Dude, that in your mind would literally paralyze you and eliminate you from doing anything good. Isn't this cool? If you messed up, right? Because you're going to do something at some point. And by the way, winners, when they mess up, they look in the mirror, they own their shit. And they're like, hey, I fucked up. Dude, if I did something today, like, and it wasn't right, like I'd go in front of my whole company, I'd go in front of, I'd say, hey guys, I messed up. I didn't mean to do that. When I was doing it, I wasn't thinking, and then I made a mistake. But now that I realize that the mistake was on me, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I never wanted to hurt anybody. That wasn't intentional. I apologize. My bad. Dude, when you own it, like people, I don't care. They can say, well, you still did it. I know. And I didn't mean to do it, and I'm sorry, and I own that shit, and watch me come back. Hey, by the way, a good leader will tell anybody when they make a mistake that like you can come back. So the comeback kid is important, not only for you to live it yourself, but also for you to be an example of what a comeback looks like for other people, because you think everyone else around you is going to have a fuck up too? Yeah. So if you're the one that can come back and you're the example, well then people are like, hey man, you remember when Andy fucked up and that thing happened? Do you remember what happened to their deal? Well, look where he's at now, right? Like we can come back too. I created this book. Just a very small, simple book so you can take it home with you. So you can actually because I like when I leave, I like to go home and look at something. The first thing I wanted to write down was a warrior's deadliest weapon is his mind. Number one, if you ever remember anything, 99% of the things that you think that are going to happen never happen, negatively. So going around in your life and being paranoid, thinking about, well, if I do this, this could happen, it's probably never going to happen. If you guys could just remove all paranoia, and people say be paranoid. Look, dude, I think it's good to have a healthy paranoia that if you don't fucking stay on top and keep your edge and keep reproving yourself, that your team could leave you and go work for someone else, that someone could take your territory in business. Okay, I get that. That's called being competitive. We need to not be naive that someone else, if you're doing good, that they don't want what you want or what you're after or what you have. But most of the stuff that you think about, doesn't even ever happen. You may be thinking that a buddy comes up to you and he's like, dude, I heard about George. Remember your old business partner? Yeah, dude. Bro, he's trying to do some shit in the dark right now. He's trying to ruin your name. And all of a sudden you're like, oh man, George, I wonder what he's up to. It's dude, all this good, positive energy, all these things that could be done to build your business, you're out there thinking about that shit. Dude, that in your mind would literally paralyze you and eliminate you from doing anything good. Stop getting distracted. Are you ready to turn your annual income into your monthly income? If you want to make more money in 2025 than ever before, you want to recreate your life, you want to put a financial fence around your family, you're ready to change, you got to be like my boy Tommy here. He's training on the Elliott Training Academy. Listen, it takes a couple things. Number one, life coaching, leadership training. The quality of your life will always come down to the level of your leadership. So the life that you have now is because the leader that you are. It's time to change. If you're ready to change your life, download now. Here's the deal. It doesn't matter. What if it happens? It happens. Who cares? What are you going to do if it did happen? Have a badass mindset, move past it, win, be a comeback kid. Who cares? What does it matter? You going around, and by the way, you're the gatekeeper to your mind. This is a big one. It's a neighborhood. You're at the gate. To get into the neighborhood, you have to go through the gate. You're the gatekeeper. If you're letting something into your mind, if it's in your mind, if you're thinking any thought, question is, who the f put it there? You did. I didn't do it. Stop blaming people around you. Yeah, it's because of him or her. No, dude, that's because of you. You allowed those thoughts to go into your mind. Your greatest weapon is your mindset. It's your greatest weapon. You can either be dangerous with it or it could be the thing that takes you out inevitably. So you're the gatekeeper. And by the way, listen to people's mouths, okay? If something comes out of their mouth, that means it's in their head. Does that make sense? Okay, so these are warnings. When you hear anyone say something, you're like, man, that must be living in their head. So I can understand them more by what comes out of their mouth, because what comes out of their mouth is in their head, okay? One of the best things that you could do is decide to live a life that everything that happens, and I know you've heard this, but I need you to understand that this is a mindset is a perspective. if you want to change your life, you have to change your lenses. You have to change the way you see the world, okay? And so as you're going through life, you're sitting there and you're like, oh, this happened for me. Like, this didn't happen to me, this happened for me. This is good. Dude, for this thing to happen, this is gonna allow me to become who I've been waiting to become. This is good, dude. And by the way, anything that happens that like emotionally like tears at me, to me, it gives me an emotional chip and an edge to fucking go keep kicking ass, okay? So anyways, your mindset, it's a warrior's most dangerous weapon. So just realize that you're never gonna build anything great if it's not built in your mind, if it's not built in your head. You can't have in your hand what you don't have in your head. You can't have it here. It's physically impossible for you to have it here if you can't have it here. You gotta have it here first, okay? And I know you know this, but remember, if you wanna write something, it's one thing to learn it, it's another thing to live it. Never forget I said that. Anything you learn that you don't live is like having a tank with 0 ammo.
Hey guys, looks like you made it to the end of the video. You're the true 0.0001%ers. Look, I know 1%ers that can make it halfway through the video, but making it all the way through, you guys are the best. Now, here's what I'd like to do. Number one, I want to get closer to you. The fact that you made it all the way through the video, you're like, man, dude, I want to roll with this guy. Okay, so I need to connect with you. Down below, there's a description box on this YouTube video. There's a link. It says Coach with Me one-on-one. Okay? If you'll go and you'll enter your information, I'll reach out to you in the next 24 hours. You can tell me what you need help with, what your goals are, and we will crush it together. I would love to help you guys go to the next level in life. You can tell I'm changing my life really fast, and I know that you guys want the same thing. I'd love to go with you on that journey. So right now, if you'd like to partner with me, team with me, if you want me to help coach you and push you, everybody needs a coach, a higher level of accountability to go to the next level. Go to the description box below, click on the link, fill out your information. I'll talk to you in the next 24 hours. Let's kill it.